So when selecting a CSP platform, some of the key criteria you will want to consider is end-to-end automation. Does the platform you're considering have auto-provisioning of Microsoft Cloud services? Does it have the capacity to automate your billing so you can easily set up and define recurring charges, one-time charges, or scenarios including prorating, trial periods, promotions, and so on? How easily are you able to bundle in your own products or services with those Microsoft Cloud services? Additional key criteria to consider is scalability and support and service. What will be your ability to scale up quickly? What does the training and support look like with the platforms that you're evaluating? Is onboarding and training including in your platform cost, or is there an additional fee for support plans for you and your staff, or is there an additional fee for ongoing support? These are all important considerations when you're evaluating what platform is going to work best for you and your CSP needs. Along with these key criteria, there are additional factors you'll also want to consider when making a decision. Some of the biggest challenges that we've seen CSPs face are things such as figuring out how these platforms will handle the complexities of billing. Are they going to be able to offer prorated billing? Can they upgrade and downgrade subscriptions? How are cancellations handled? Can a customer cancel just one seat as opposed to every seat in their subscription? Also, the automating the service delivery lifecycle of provisioning and support, along with building and populating a storefront for end customers, so they're not only able to find and purchase, but can also have those self-service capabilities to manage their Microsoft Cloud services. Building out your own solutions for these challenges can certainly be accomplished, but can be very time-consuming and requires a large investment of resources. This, of course, will cut into your time to market. Whether through building a solution in-house or selecting an automation platform, your time to market is a big consideration. Ideally, you want to get to market quickly so you can start scaling up very quickly. With many of the platform solutions available, it can take weeks or even months to get to market. With many solutions on the market, we've actually seen it take upwards of 6 months just to get up and running, with a cost of $25,000 to $50,000 or more just on getting started. With these challenges and considerations in mind, Interworks.Cloud developed an enterprise-grade solution for Microsoft CSPs. Originally developed as a CRM and then expanded to be a billing platform for telcos, the Interworks platform has evolved to be a close-knit integrated solution for Microsoft CSPs. Some of the biggest value propositions of Interworks.Cloud platform is that it was developed as a one-stop shop for cloud services, where we really sought to make the buying experience as easy if you were buying a book from Amazon. It is all ready to go, and since it's completely cloud-based, you can be up and running very quickly in order to start invoicing, managing, supporting, and selling those cloud services in your own custom-branded marketplace. With the platform, you're able to create your own solutions, so you can do custom bundles with support plans, or even do brick-and-mortar products or standalone products in your storefront. Really, whatever you want to take to the marketplace, you're able to add in there. And it is one integrated platform. You've got your CRM, billing, ticketing, reporting, and your marketplace. If you did actually have any of these pieces already built out, we do have full open APIs where you can replace any parts of our platform with yours via our API, so that you're still able to have that full 360-degree view of your business without the need for entries across multiple systems. With the platform, every Microsoft CSP is training how to use the platform and how to automate the lifecycle of cloud services delivery to end customers. Additionally, you're able to automate billing, ordering, invoicing with flexibility in managing those one-time charges, recurring billing charges, as well as being able to handle those scenarios, whether it's prorating, setup fees, taxes, trials, promotions, and so on. With automated provisioning for Office 365 and Azure, your own branded marketplace will provide for your end customer that self-service capability in managing their own subscriptions. Interworks.Cloud also provides onboarding, training, and support, all of which is included for no additional cost. With the Interworks platform, there is no setup fee, and because it's all cloud-based, you can be up and running within just a matter of days. Because the cloud catalog is already pre-built into the platform, it's really just a matter of you setting the pricing and billing rules, and then setting up and integrating with your payment gateway, customizing the marketplace, customizing the marketplace and the branding of the materials. We then provide you that training as well on how to get started, how to change and customize it, setting up the billing automation for you to be ready to sell via your own branded marketplace. Some of our differentiating factors is, of course, that no upfront investment and zero time to market to have you ready to start selling and scaling up very quickly. We are an enterprise-grade solution being utilized by telcos and large service providers across the globe. And again, we do include support and training in the platform fee. There is no additional cost to you for that. And our platform costs, this is just a general overview of the platform pricing, just to kind of give you a feel for what the pricing looks like. As a CSP Tier 1, it would be that $449.95 a month for the platform, and that does, we've actually just begun running a new promo where it will include 3 back-end users to the system for your staff to use. If you needed any more internal users, it does start at $34.95 a month beyond that, and we do have volume discounts based on how many staff users you would need. There is a per unit charge for Microsoft Cloud Services. And again, there is a volume discount on the per unit charges based again on the volume of seats that you've sold. And then for Azure, because it is usage-based, there is a 2.5% fee for anything that goes through the Azure provisioning, again with volume pricing discounts on that. And we do have full price list available that outlines the volume discounting available, which we will typically review in a personal one-on-one demonstration of the platform. We do provide personal one-on-one demonstrations. The demo is a really great way for you to get that hands-on feel for how our automation platform can help you meet your unique business needs while reducing costs, adding clients, and growing new recurring revenues in the cloud. If anyone is interested in receiving a personal one-on-one demonstration of the platform or reviewing the full price list with us, you can either let us know via the chat or questions feature in GoToWebinar, or you can reach me at the following contact information. And with that, I would like to thank everybody again for joining us. We are now going to open to the Q&A portion, so please feel free to type in any questions you may have into the questions box. And at this time, I will invite our Chief Operating Officer to join me on the call, Kristen Callan.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kristen Callan, and happy to have you all here. Thank you for your time today. Great presentation, Melissa.
Thank you.
Looks like there are just a few questions starting to come in here.
Okay.
The first one is, we're trying to make the buying process as easy as buying on Amazon. How long does it take to purchase and actually provision an Office 365 subscription for a customer?
That is a really great question. Actually, let me go ahead and jump into our demo storefront here. And since we have a little bit of time, I can actually walk you through this checkout process to show you how easy it is for a customer through the marketplace. So this is our demo storefront, and I'm just going to briefly walk through the purchasing process as a customer buying Office 365. So once the customer arrives to your marketplace, all they're going to do is locate the product that they're looking for and click on View Plans. And this is going to show them the available plans, any add-ons that they have set up in those products. If they were to click on Overview here, this is actually the content that we have pre-built into the catalog. However, all of this can be edited or customized however you see fit. You're also able to add in white papers, videos, demos, and so on. So going back to additions and pricing, once a customer says, hey, I'm ready to purchase, let's say K1 for example, they're going to go ahead and just click on Add to Basket. And once it's added to the cart there, they're able to change the quantities of the seats needed. If they wanted to purchase any add-ons for this product, they can do that. Let's say they only needed 1 add-on, but 2 seats of Enterprise K1. And if the customer does have any discounts applied to them, it will actually show that discount calculated right into the pricing estimation for them there. And once they're ready, they're just going to go ahead and click on Proceed to Checkout. Now this is an extra screen that I see because my demo account is set up as a reseller. This is reseller specific, and what it's basically saying is, is this is this product for you, Mr. Reseller, or is it for reselling? As an end customer, they're not going to see this screen. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to say this is for me, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on checkout to submit the order. Now, if it were a credit card customer, at this point, they would be prompted to enter in their credit card information, or if it was already on file, it would just bill their credit card. So what's actually happened here in the background is we've already generated the invoice for the products we purchased, and the subscriptions have been created with Microsoft. Now, if I click on Manage My Service here, this actually jumps me over to the My Workspace tab. And if I click on Setup for the product that I just purchased, you'll see this is going to jump me right out to the Microsoft portal where I could then log in and begin to manage and assign the seats. And it does look like we have another question here. Are customers able to manage their billing from the marketplace? Yes, they are able to do that. To take a look at the billing side, a customer is able to go right up here and click on the billing link. And then in the billing portal, you're able to see any invoices. Anything that you have outstanding would appear here. Anything with an overdue balance would also appear. And then I'm actually able to just click right on here. This will pull up the invoice information for me. I can save it as a PDF. I can print it straight from within the billing portal as well.
Excellent. It looks like another question that came in is the checkout process for Azure the same as it is for Office 365 products?
Yes, it is. So let me, well, it's very similar. As you know, with Azure, it's a bit of a different ballgame because it is that usage-based billing. So, one of the big questions is, how do people know what it's going to cost them? So what we've done is we've worked very closely with Microsoft, and we've actually baked in their resource price calculator to our storefront. So once they arrive at the Azure product, they would click on resources pricing here. And let's say, as a customer in the marketplace, I needed, let's just say, a virtual machine, and I also needed a SQL database. So let's say I actually needed 2 SQL databases. And what this is going to do, excuse me, is in real time over here, it's going to give you the cost of what those items you've selected are. So if there's any discount applied to them as a customer in the storefront, that system will automatically apply that into their price calculation. So that way you're able to see if you just use those items that you've selected, what your estimated cost would be per month on Azure, and then they can see what that estimated monthly amount would be with the discount that they have applied to their account as well. And when you're checking out an Azure product, when you click on Add to Basket here, one of the differences is, of course, when you add it to the basket, there's not going to be a cost because nothing's actually been used or charged yet. So what it's going to do is it's going to go out there and it's going to create that 0 subscription, and then they would go in and actually, start utilizing Azure for charges to be incurred.
So one that kind of goes along with this is how do we manage all the SKUs for Azure? Do you have to set each of those up as an individual product?
Let me show you that with our current Azure subscription. So what I'm going to do is actually go back into billing here so that I can view our Azure subscription. I'm going to go ahead and click on View All My Active Subscriptions. And then going into our Azure product here. So by expanding this here, this is actually a breakdown of what's been consumed to date since the start of my billing cycle. But these are not actually individual SKUs that you have to maintain or worry about pricing when Microsoft, changes those pricings. This is actually just pulled directly from Microsoft's API. So there's no managing individual SKUs. It's all just pulled directly in via the API. And actually, it looks like we've got another question around Azure. Is there any way to control how much a client can spend with Azure? That's actually a question that we get asked very frequently. How do you give your clients Azure without issuing them a blank check? You want to make sure that your customers are not going crazy because maybe they don't know exactly what everything they've turned on costs in Azure. So we've actually created a credit limit in the system, so you can choose to give your customers a credit limit of whatever you want. Navigating back to Oh, actually, since I already have it open, to get to this, you would just go back to the billing, though, and view all active subscriptions. But as you can see here, it shows what, oh, just one moment. Actually, I do want to navigate back to billing. My apologies. Just one second. So what it shows here is it shows my available credit limit. And basically what this does is it takes out whatever you've spent to date on Azure, whatever your subscription value is for the other cloud services that you have. So the system knows that, hey, you're going to charge those at the beginning of the month or whatever your bill date is that month. So it takes those out of the available credit, and then any outstanding and overdue invoices will be subtracted from that amount as well. So then you're left over with what your available credit limit is. And this credit limit can be advance payments that you've collected from customers, or simply just the highest dollar amount you'll allow a customer to spend before requiring a payment. And back to Azure real quick, because there was one last thing I wanted to touch on with that I skipped past. So when you're viewing your Azure subscription, what it will actually is it will show you to date what the amount is that you've spent on the resources that you've utilized so far. And then it estimates, based on what you've used so far during your billing cycle, if you continue at that same rate, this is going to be what your estimated amount is by the end of your billing cycle. So the system really works to allow the customer to know, what resources they turn on is going to cost them, and it gives them a very good idea all throughout their billing cycle what their charges will be at the end of their billing cycle. It looks like we've got another question that came in. It's asking about the support link at the top. What if they are already using their own ticketing system? So if you already have a ticketing system that you're using, you can integrate it with our system through the use of our open APIs. This actually also applies to accounting systems, CRM, ERP. You're really able to replace any part of our platform that you're currently using through the use of our open APIs. It's to allow you that full 360-degree view without the need for access or entries across multiple systems.
Looks like another question about the marketplace is the marketplace only for customers, or would my staff as a CSP be able to use this to manage customer subscriptions?
So the storefront is really kind of that single sign-on access for your clients, so that way they're going to be able to have that self-service capability. For you and your staff, you would actually be using the back end of the platform, what we refer to as the BSS, or Business Support System. So let me log into that real quick just to give you an idea of what that looks like. So I am logging into an admin account, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually pull open the account of the demo account that I was just logged into with the marketplace. So one moment here while I get into that. So you can easily see on the right side here, you're able to quickly view what the account balance is, what the available credit limit is, the monthly run rate, the next invoice date, the last invoice date, and so on. And in the account record, I can also see, what the payment method is for this client or customer. And at the same time, you can quickly and easily go in to edit the preferences for a customer just by clicking on Edit. So once I'm in here, I could change their payment method if needed. I can adjust their credit limit or make it unlimited, set it to 0. I'm able to change the billing dates. Jumping back out to the account page as well. On the left-hand side is a quick links kind of shortcut menu for most of the activities that you're going to want to do on any account. So making a payment, refunding a customer, adding a contact. You're also able to quickly see links of what's currently existing in an account. So by hovering over this, I can see the accounts that are, the contacts that are on an account, open activities, price list assigned to the account, any open orders, support cases, subscriptions. And all of this information is also seen by scrolling down on an account page as well. We've just added the shortcuts menu up here, so that way you're not having to scroll down to pull information from an account. Let me take a look here. And it looks like we've got another question.
Looks like one of the questions is, can you show how a distributor can set up the marketplace? And I think by that they mean having, so distributor would typically be a tier 2 distributor who would have resellers. So that would be going back to how you were signed into that marketplace by having that reseller account where you can see your customers, and in your My Workspace you can see your different customers and the subscriptions and all of that.
Exactly. So if I had so logging into my reseller account, right now I currently only have one reseller underneath me as a distributor. So I could access their account. And then from within here, I am able to see what subscriptions they currently have. I'm able to jump right out to the Microsoft portal to start managing those subscriptions. And the checkout process is very similar to what we ran through the first time. So just to go through that process really quickly again, so let's say that you needed to purchase an Enterprise E1 subscription for one of your resellers. So I would just go ahead and click on Proceed to Checkout. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and select that this is for reselling. And then when I check out, what I'm going to be prompted for here is this a current reseller that I have, or is this for a new reseller? In this case, I'll just go ahead and select that it is for a reseller. We'll go ahead and select CG demo account. And then when I hit next, and then this is doing the same thing where it's going out and it's provisioning that subscription, it's issuing the invoice. If this was for any reason a credit card customer and their credit card information was on file, they would build a credit card that was on file from here. And then the same process, when you click on Manage Your Service, this will jump you straight back out to the Microsoft, or sorry, this will jump you to the My Workspace, and from here you can jump out to the Microsoft portal. And then when I go back into the My Workspace section, you can see CG Demo Account, which is the reseller I just purchased the subscription for, is now listed under my customers list.
Excellent. I think the last question I see here is, what are price lists? I think you've mentioned price lists a couple times throughout the demonstration.
Yes. So on the back end, what price lists are used for is to do either discounted pricing for a person when they go into the marketplace. So if you want a customer to have 10% off of all orders, or just 10% off of particular products or a group of products, you can do that by assigning a price list to them. The other thing they can do is they can limit what products a customer sees in your marketplace. So if perhaps you have a product that's only for one customer or for a group of customers that you don't want anyone, everybody in the marketplace to see, that can be accomplished by assigning a price list with just those particular products to a customer. All right, well, that looks like that might have been our last question. So that seems to conclude the Q&A portion. I'd like to again thank everybody for joining us today. A link to the recording of this webinar will be sent out to all attendees in a follow-up email.